Look at these other podcasts out here with a point. Doing interviews, trying to educate you, or change the world. No, we don't do that here. Here, we look around, see things, go places, do things, and round up the best so you can forget the rest. Here, we rank 'em up.
All right, hello and welcome into Rank 'em Up. Welcome back. Episode 26. We're almost to 30. You've stuck with us for half a year now.
Whoa.
26. That's March halfway, doesn't it? I think it does. 52 weeks in a year, 26 episodes.
Dang.
We're a half a year old.
Man.
Congratulations, guys. Lilo, Don, Caberto.
Yeah.
Nice job, guys.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
We have
Thanks,
a
guys.
semi-annual university.
We should.
Anniversary.
Yeah.
University.
Lilo, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Doing real good.
You ready for the show tonight?
I am. Yeah, pardon me. I was just trying to rearrange some apps.
Oh, no, it's okay.
on
We're
on
half a
phone.
year old.
We're
good.
I know.
Don, dude, you good?
I'm swell.
Caberto?
I am doing great. I really am.
We don't even need the recording because it sounds just like it.
See, I'm
Like,
the same person that you
You
hear.
just nail the levels, though. It's like
Yeah.
it's like the intonation that you nail every single
It's
time.
consistent.
Thank you.
Roberto's
It is.
some kind of radio professional.
If anything, he's consistent.
That's right.
I've been learning a lot. I have a lot to learn still, but I'm trying.
Patience.
Patience.
Patience. Pass it on,
Pass it on.
Don.
I just snorted.
Have you guys been watching the new X-Files season?
No.
I have it DVR'd.
Oh man, because the third one is real. If you never watch any X-Files, watch that show. I know I told you this, but seriously,
Yeah, I heard the third one's actually.
I never watched that when it was in its
you
first
need
run
to
either.
watch it right now. Julian,
I'm good.
by the way, Julian Anderson still hot. Maybe I'm just growing old with her. Still hot though. Still hot. Whatever.
All right. Today,
She's no Kate Upton.
speaking of TV,
No.
she is
Sorry.
Oof. She is no Kate Upton.
When she has that English accent though, God bless her.
What are we talking about? I don't even know what we're talking about today.
Julian Anderson's English accent.
Situational comedy TV shows.
Oh,
Sitcoms, you might call them. Situational comedy TV shows. That's what we're talking about today. That's what we're ranking. Send us your rankings. Get in touch with us, Don Dude. How can they go ahead and do that?
well, you can send me your top 5 choices of donut,
Still.
and you send it to my personal account.
He likes day-old donuts.
I love
Day-old.
day-old donuts, man. I'm telling you right now. You can't. They got to be specifically old-fashioned are the best.
Cheap
But,
and cheerful.
Yeah, man. So
Go listen to that episode first.
find us on Twitter at Rank 'em Up. You can engage with all of us there. I usually send little snippets on my and I was looking at the how to spell donut because I've seen different spellings of it and I put it on there anyway. I do my research. I put some of it on there to tease like upcoming shows such as that, and then we argue with people on Twitter about their top 5s. Facebook, go to the show page, like that. Go to YouTube, and you can find the archive of the shows, and those are always fun to listen to. Listen to the Potpourri Show, where I break down the Law and Order detectives because that's really awesome to me. I love watching them.
Super niche.
I watched a season. Oh, by the way, so Jerry Orbach and Christopher Noth, aka Lenny Briscoe, and oh man, I forgot Mike Logan, Detective Mike Logan. They crossed over for one season, and they had one of those on. And that's when that's on the TV, I'm glued. It's like watching Indiana Jones or I don't know what movie you like, Roberto. Uncle Buck, you like that? When you see that movie on TV, you watch it. You never seen Uncle Buck?
No.
John Candyman.
Oh, I remember.
We might do some more of those potpourri shows in the future. That was really fun. Super niched.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
The flags.
that may not have been even the most niched one.
No.
I've been watching
the Law and Order one.
I think that was.
That's pretty specific.
I just love me some Law and Order.
Well,
Love me some Law. It's a great. It's like the cowboy shows in the 1950s,
right.
And I don't even know what they had in the 70s, but I don't know, soap operas.
I want sausage and gravy to be a thing.
biscuits and
Biscuits and
Or
gravy.
biscuits. Yeah, biscuits and
Biscuits
gravy.
and gravy.
Yeah.
That's got to happen.
All right, well, we're lightening it up a little bit today. We are talking about sitcoms.
Hold on. If you get your podcast apps, you go to iTunes, it'll download right for you, and you'll have you waiting for you on Thursdays when Craig releases the show. Stitcher on Android. And take it away, Craig.
Well, why don't you go ahead and get started this week?
All right, I'm first. I'm so excited. And I've been watching sitcoms since I was a kid. Sometimes, I would have to go back and watch old Simpsons. They're 25 years old. The ones from like 92, 93, when Conan O'Brien was still the writer, or anybody. I forget his name, but oh man, the dude anyway. So it doesn't matter. So go back and watch old episodes of like Simpsons or something. You find the jokes from back then, and you can watch the whole series again, and it'll get better from when I was a kid. And just I like Bart Simpson saying "I caramba," but now Homer Simpson. We've grown into Homer Simpson being the best character. And Pooh, Hank Azaria. There's a lot of people from there all over the place. But so I would like to go back and watch old ones. And my number 5, that would be Coach. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a good one.
Coach. And that would be Craig T. Nelson, solid guy. He ended up there, and Jerry Van Dyke, heck of a comedian. I loved watching that. He was funny as heck, and Dauber, and Julie, all of them. I love Coach. It lasted for 9 seasons, and the Minnesota State
football team.
Yep, they had their ups and downs, and somehow they won a national championship. And then Coach Hayden became coach of the Orlando Breakers.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that.
And then Dauber spoiler alert, Dauber went on to win 2 Super Bowls as a coach of the Orlando Breakers after Hayden retired.
Huh.
Okay then.
Wow, Coach expanded universe.
Well, there you go. So yeah, Coach, man, Craig T. Nelson, and then I saw him in was it Poltergeist or whatever, and I'm like, that's Coach, man, that's Coach.
Coach, why are you living on a graveyard?
Exactly. You're weird, man. What happened to you?
Everything after that, he was still Coach.
I hope. I think he's living off the royalties, because I think that was right in between when the actors start getting like their royalty checks. Their syndication money, man. The sweet syndication money.
Still
that's
has the same haircut.
Oh man,
all these years.
That's why David Schwimmer doesn't have to work anymore, except for he's on the O.J. Simpson thing on FX, which I highly recommend to everybody. O.J. Simpson Unexplained. By the way, there's going to be 2 O.J. Simpson things this year. There's going to be a 30 for 30 miniseries, which are going to have the perspective of the SWAT team during the famous Bronco chase, which is going to be amazing, I've heard. And then the O.J. series on FX, which is acted, but it's amazing. It's amazing. John Travolta's in it. I forget. Anyway, John, it's amazing. Just watch the FX one. Thank you. Coach is my number 5.
Thank you, Don. And my number 5 is I don't know if you guys were able to see this. Malcolm in the Middle. I related to this show because I am the third of 5, but I am not smart like he was. And we were not.
Don't sell yourself short, Roberto.
Oh, thank you. But Malcolm in the Middle was a show that my brother and I used to watch all the time because they also used to watch wrestling, which we watched. And, Malcolm in the Middle was a show we never missed. So that's my number 5.
I did not get into that show very much.
I think it was a little too old for me.
Yeah. I didn't like that one much. And in fact, I don't really watch a whole lot of TV or really any TV. I see it on because my wife watches TV, but I don't pay attention to it usually. It's on in the background a lot.
We've definitely had conversations about The Biggest Loser, Craig.
We have, and I have learned The Biggest Loser through osmosis.
I didn't know that was a weight loss show. I thought it was just like what was that, Average Joe? Have you seen that one? Never mind. All right,
no.
No. All right, well, I will see myself out. Thank you.
But my number 5, my wife really likes, and if it's on, I will catch myself watching it. If you'd have told me 10 years ago, if the show wasn't on, but if you told me 10 years ago that I would watch this show, I would smack you. But now that I have kids, now that I'm married, now that I'm an old man, this humor is a little bit more interesting and more funny to me. And that show is The Middle.
Oh yeah.
On what is that? ABC. It's a funny show. It's a married couple. It's got the lady from Everybody Loves Raymond. What's her name? Patricia Heaton.
Yeah.
Patricia Heaton. She's the same character.
She was a peach.
She's the exact same character from Everybody Loves Raymond to this show on The Middle.
Crushing those syndication checks, man. Everybody Loves Raymond is second to Seinfeld in how much money syndicated they get. Anyway.
Well, this one she's the same character, but she has new kids and a new husband.
Yep.
And they're in Indianapolis. That's basically the difference. And it's funnier. and it comes at a better time for me because I'm sure I would have liked Everybody Loves Raymond, but I didn't have kids and a family then.
If he was a single parent, his life would have changed a lot. There you go.
As would any of us.
I got it.
Right. That's
I'm leaving. I'm leaving right now. This Diet Mountain Dew is not helping me at all.
So the middle is my number 5.
nice. Okay. My number 5. So actually my entire list is all pretty new. Because I didn't really start watching, like, in earnest, sitcoms until maybe about 5-6 years ago. So like all the sitcoms that I have are all fairly new, like 21st century. That being said, my number 5 is Modern Family.
Yeah.
I like that show a lot. It's got the dude from
Ed O'Neill.
Children.
Ed O'Neill. Yep. Al Bundy.
That's right. Jesse Tyler Ferguson. Just a bunch of it's just like a really and Sophia.
Oh
Vergara.
man.
Dude, I don't even know. But it's just a funny show. Like the comedy is really sharp. It's really witty, and I love it. It's interesting. It's a really interesting take on the whole family situational comedy show. So
It's kind of like opposite of Married with Children, because the Married with Children, Al Bundy, Ed O'Neill was down on his luck, and then now he's in Modern Family. He's successful business owner, and he deals with the life of being married on the opposite side with a extended mixed family. And hijinks ensue, Caberto.
hijinks and shenanigans.
Mm-hmm. I like that show. Solid show.
I don't think I've ever seen that show.
Really? It's a
Yeah,
good
you
one.
need to see that show. You need
I
to
don't
see
need
that
to
show.
see
It's
I don't
good.
think you'll like it, but I've seen a couple episodes and it's okay. But awesome. Sorry.
I'm doing great.
I'm
Right, good for you. That's great for you, pal.
That's nice.
You do what you do.
You just keep on keeping on.
You want to be like that? You go right ahead.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. That didn't come out the way I meant
Oh
it.
my gosh.
You live your
Fine,
life.
Caberto. I'm gonna.
Dang, man. Dang. Jeez.
There was a lot of attitude in that.
I'm
Sheesh.
sorry. No, that's probably the Mexican in me.
Pent up rage
Right.
against me that came out against Lilo, or what?
No,
Burn,
no,
man.
no. There's
Jeez.
no raise.
I like
no,
Lilo.
nothing.
Lilo, I like that show. Thank you.
Thanks, man.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate it.
The Hammer Bros.
That's why we're here. Right.
Yeah.
That's why we're Destiny Bros.
That's why you're bound by destiny.
You know what, man? All right.
There you go.
I'm just gonna let that slide off my back. As soon as it's out there, sliding off my back. It's fine.
Slide
Now
up.
there have been many shows of radio stations, and by the way, I think it's time for another radio station situational comedy. And I have a good angle. I think the religious angle. I think we can do it. But anyway, there's been WKRP Cincinnati, and then the second one, and that would be Frasier. Frasier, starring Kelsey Grammer, who was the longest. Well, I'm sorry. Well, he was until Richard Belzer took it to the title of the longest serving character in a series. But that was with Baltimore Homicide and then Law and Order Special Victims Unit. Who, and by the way, great detective on Law and Order Special Victims Unit. Maybe top 5, but we haven't ranked Law and Order Special Victims. Anyway, Frasier, that's Kelsey Grammer. Obviously, he was on Cheers for all those years. Then he got his own show, a spinoff, and he was on that. And another original Cheers character, BB Newworth, who, by the way, is really hot in real life. They had her hair backed up and taped up her boobies, and they made her frumpy kind of in Frasier, angry. She's very cool. I like her, and I enjoy her other work when she gets to show off and be herself a little bit. Anyway,
Was she the lady on his radio show?
no, that was Roz. That was the producer. She was his ex-wife. That kind of ice cold.
Oh yeah.
The British one,
She's
right?
cold as ice, man. She was cold as ice. Caberto, can you sing the line or two of that song?
No.
Okay. That's my favorite sound, by the way. That's my favorite sound when Lilo cracks up a little bit for my horrible joke, but then when Caberto gives me pity laugh, I really appreciate it. And I really missed that during the potpourri episode, Caberto, because these guys, they don't laugh at my jokes until you get mad at me, because what happens in the recording session is Caberto
Don't push
starts.
it. Then don't push it, Don.
Okay, calm down. Whoa, jeez.
Man, Patience.
Explain what happened.
Pass it on, bro.
Public service announcement. Public service announcement.
Be the old man. Be the old man.
Oh, the grandpa.
Roberto starts out by laughing at my jokes, and then I berate him somewhat, and then he stops, and then he just stares at me sometimes, and then
Really,
At the
what
end of the
happens is Don goes too far.
yeah, and then at the end of the night, everybody stops talking to me, and that's why. Although
I feel like if you already acknowledge that this is what happens, maybe we could
That's the first step.
shift a couple
The
things.
first step, really.
Acknowledge.
Although I apologize for what happened on the Desert Island show. I was a bit agitated, and I shouldn't have been. And I listened, and I was like really hard on you guys, and I apologize.
I thought that episode was hilarious.
That was awesome.
Just because you got so lit up.
Yes.
Because your island is boring.
Right.
He crossed his arms. He crossed his arms and like pushed away from the table and just looked at us.
That's because your island doesn't have Bear Grylls on it.
Yeah.
Or
You know, man.
Pokemon.
Or a pillow.
Yeah, get up.
I got my
Or
own
water
pillow, man.
purifiers.
You
Or-
that's the thing. You don't
listen to
need
that
any of those
episode.
things.
Go
Maybe you
listen.
need Bear Grylls.
Or a
But
sandals resort like mine.
Go listen to that episode.
I would have a deserted Sandals Resort Island. Anyway, back to Frasier. And after working in a radio station for 10 years, the jokes just get better, man. And even though he was a psychiatrist, we didn't understand a lot. Like, I was growing up with this show, obviously, in the 90s and early 2000s. I didn't get a lot of their, but I would go back and watch it now, and just to watch the radio, like the sports guy and like the producer, the station manager, producer, all the weird guy, and I swear we had his name was Noel in Frasier, and we had that guy. He looked exactly like Noel with less hair and more like Gollum type. But we had our own Noel, and he was the weird guy at the radio. We had him here. His name was Ken, and
K-Dubs?
K-Dubs, man. And that dude, like, he was the weirdest guy ever. And I'm like, that guy. Every time I see that guy, I'm like, that's Ken. That's Ken. And I'm like, dang, man. Like, so it just watching that show reminds me a lot about my workplace. And yeah, so and I would take Frasier, and they were good, man. Their cold opens were always really funny, and some of the humor I didn't got because it's a little uppity. It's a little uppity, but I like it. So there you go, Frasier. It's one of the situational comedies that molded me.
You know what? Maybe if my life calms down a little bit, I will give it a shot. You sold it to me right now. It seems interesting.
You see the dynamic between the sports guys and the psychiatrist guys, and
Yeah.
Although, by the way that they program this radio station would never happen in real life.
Okay.
But whatever. So yeah, you got to just suspend disbelief a little bit. But it's really good. It's really solid.
Awesome. Like I said, when my life calms down a little bit, maybe I'll check it out. But my number 4.
So never.
I mean,
So he'll never watch the show.
No, it sounds interesting. I haven't been able to watch TV as I used to in a couple of years. But my number 4, and that's why most of these are pretty old. My number 4 is Home Improvement, because
Hey.
I also used to follow.
Denver. Hey, did you know Tim Allen is from Denver? Although he eventually moved to Detroit,
Oh, he is from Denver?
yeah,
He is, yeah.
he went to South High School.
That's why his new show is based in Denver.
Yeah.
That explains so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he got arrested for drug trafficking. I don't know why did he keep. I know what. Like, he moved to Detroit. And he got the Detroit label. But man, why would you want to be a Lions fan? Like, man.
I blame Home Improvement. Actually.
Probably. I didn't bring me my tools. I remember
Yeah,
that.
Pamela Anderson in prime Pamela Anderson days.
Yeah.
Did you like Pamela Anderson or the redhead that came?
I
after
like
her?
the redhead.
The redhead.
Yeah, I know.
Heidi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heidi was.
Heidi.
Pamela Anderson was a Baywatch person for me,
Heidi.
but
Heidi, for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Pamela
So-
Anderson couldn't act that much. Like barbed wire was, that was rough to get through.
But
She wasn't hired for her acting skills.
yeah, exactly.
I'm aware.
Exactly.
I'm aware.
Let's throw that out
She
there.
knew
for everybody.
someone.
Right?
What was Tim
No.
Toolman's partner's name?
Al Borland.
Yeah, RC looks like. I told you, my brother looks.
Yes, he does.
When he grows a beard, he looks like disheveled Al Borland.
No way.
Yes, he
Yes, he
does.
does.
Where's that picture at?
Oh, that's awesome.
I was going to say, today I kind of look like him.
A little bit.
rocking flannel.
Yeah, look at you.
You
Look at
do.
you.
I got a beard and flannel on.
You know
Oh
what?
man, they said a really funny way. Like they pronounced Al Borland's name in Spanish, and I gotta go back and listen to that.
You know what? Now that I think about it, Craig, your jokes are like Al Borland's. I'm serious. I'm serious.
Thank you?
That's an insult.
No, not really.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't mean it
Okay.
as an insult.
Are you saying I like jelly donuts?
Oh,
but they are very punny and very, the way you joke. So that's not a bad thing. But Home Improvement is my number 4.
Craig's pun game is strong.
I like my puns.
Did you know there's a board game that's coming out about puns?
Really?
What?
I'm going to be good at that.
I will suck at that game.
My number 4 is the show that follows the middle in the lineup, in the current lineup at this point. And I didn't really start off watching the show, and my wife neither does either, but we would just leave the TV on after the middle, and the show would be on. And I kind of find myself watching it, and I actually like it better than the middle, which is kind of weird. But
yeah.
And that is, I like it because it reminds me of my childhood, because it's a show about the 80s, and that is the Goldbergs. I don't know. Have you guys seen that show?
Oh, I haven't watched it, but I've seen it. Like, because when we DVR the middle, we get like a portion of the Goldbergs.
You should watch it, especially if you grew up in the 80s, early 90s area.
Nice.
It's all about that era. It's a timepiece sitcom, and it's very funny because the jokes, I understand that they had an episode a couple weeks ago where they were trying to get on Double Dare.
Oh, awesome.
And who doesn't remember Double Dare, trying to do the physical challenges, and they were trying to get on Double Dare. It came to their school gym, and they had to do the whole... It was awesome. They had to find the flag under the pancake in the goop.
Yes.
And, the Goldbergs. It's a fun show. I like it. The characters are funny, and that's it.
Double Dare, physical challenge.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's my number 4. Lilo,
nice.
You're number 4.
All right. My number 4 is a show that plays to my nerdy side quite heavily. Talk a lot about comic books, and there's some really, really deep-rooted comic book humor that happens in there. And Kaylee Cuoco's in it. I mean, Kaylee Cuoco.
I know which one you're talking about.
Pretty attractive. She's no Kate Upton, but yeah. Anyway, Big Bang Theory is my number 4 show. Big Bang Theory is really funny. One fun fact about that show that I'll throw out there is that there are real scientists on hand to validate their jokes.
Wow.
Yep. So, like, all the sciencey jokes, they have all been validated by actual scientists, like Neil deGrasse Tyson. Just kidding. He's not on that show. He should be, but he's not.
Dang.
I don't really like that show.
You don't like that show?
I don't.
Oh, man. Why don't you like that show, Craig? Explain.
They're marketing off the nerdiness. They're selling all these shirts that the guy wears. That show could be about anything. And they're just trying to capitalize on the nerdiness.
They're so hipster that they're like counter hipster, like anti-hipster, like Walmart hipster.
Pretty much.
Oh, man.
Yeah, okay. I can see that. Like the T-shirts and stuff, like the apparel is like super nerd.
I mean,
but they're trying to make it
like
mainstream.
They could be working at a cafe. They could be, the show could be based anywhere. It'd be the same show.
That's true.
I don't know. I don't like that show.
The guy that was on Roseanne bugs me, and I don't watch it, but whatever. But I don't really watch a lot of it. Like, it has to be good.
That show bugs me. That's all.
I like that show. I think it's hilarious, and it has what's her face, Blossom, Mayim Bialik, who's a real life nerd.
I'm really glad that she has found a second career since Blossom.
I know.
Now we need to bring back Joey Lawrence.
No, we're good on that.
He had his run.
Whoa,
right, we're good.
Whoa,
he was okay.
Whoa.
All right, Don.
Number three. This isn't a very adult sitcom, and it's for people that aged, I don't know, probably 40 to 50, and it's a play off of, we were talking about commercials last episode, or 2 episodes ago, and my favorite tagline from a commercial will be, and this is a Seinfeld thing, Costanza. There you go. You remember that one? He says it, and then that gets you on your mind, and that's how he gets back in. That's how he gets a second. That's how George Costanza gets a second date. And it's not Seinfeld, but we figured out who the real George Costanza is, and that's Larry David. And Larry David did his show, and it might come back. Technically, he haven't said he's done yet. There's been 9 seasons of Curb Your Enthusiasm, and they always get better, man. They've had many people on there. Super Dave. They had their Seinfeld reunion. They have the dude on. I think he's on the dad on the Goldbergs is on that.
Awesome.
What's that dude's name? I forget it, but he said many stars. They're all over the place. There, Curb Your Enthusiasm, HBO. Man, if you get HBO now, you can watch the whole run. You can watch all of them on your Netflix or your whatever way platform you can watch HBO now, which is pretty much everything. But Larry David, Curb Your Enthusiasm is basically an extension of Seinfeld, and they kind of bring up the same lines, but you can also cuss in it, and that's why I would like watching it more than Seinfeld now. But having cell phones is a Curb Your Enthusiasm. I love that show, man. The one where he goes to the Chinese food place and the guy gives him the wrong food on purpose, and then he doesn't apologize, and then he's like, all right, well, I'm sorry, with a bow, and he gives him a short bow, and so he talks to another Japanese tourist about the bow that the Chinese food guy gave him, and he's like, that's a bow, and so he goes back, and he's like, you gave me a S bow, you give me an S-word bow, you give me an S-word bow, you give me a better bow, and so he gives him a better bow, and Larry David, it was just funny, man. I love that show. Curb Your Enthusiasm, the Palestinian chicken place that he's dating. He's a Jewish guy, and he's dating the Palestinian daughter, and the chicken is so good, but he can't resist it. So anyway, that was a good one. And what was his name? Killer Eyes or Crazy Killer Eyes or whatever. That dude cracks me up, man. That dude cracks me up. He's like, Larry, what you talking about? All right, whatever. So Curb Your Enthusiasm, highly recommend it. Go back to the beginning. You can watch them. They're all pretty much evergreen. There's not really like current events in it. So I would say definitely go back and get that one. They're classic. It's classic. It's a classic show.
So, maybe you would say kids can't watch that yet, right?
No.
Which is what the audience intended for my next my number 3 is. Wait, I don't know if that made sense.
You were trying. You almost.
I know. Okay.
You were fishing, but
right. But you figured it out. But so Boy Meets World.
You did?
Boy Meets World is
that's
my
a good
number
one.
3.
Topanga.
Oh,
man.
Topanga.
She's still hot, man. She's the mom now in Girl Meets World. Oh, girl.
Yes, they did that.
They still do, man.
They still do
Season
that.
2 is coming, and season 2 is coming.
They brought back most of the cast. So,
They brought back Mr. Feeney, man. That guy's he looks better than Mr. Belding though right now. So anyway,
well, I mean, he took care of himself. I've only seen one episode of Girl Meets
World, bro.
Yeah, but Boy Meets World. It was it. We grew up with that. I grew up with that. So
I was a little too old to watch that, I think.
Yeah.
It came in a little bit too late for me.
Yeah, I still watched it. It was on TGIF right after Full House.
Yeah. So that's my number 3.
Was that Fred Savage, right? No. Which Savage?
Ben
Savage. Ben Savage. Fred Savage was Wonder Years.
Yep. With Winnie.
Yeah.
Winnie Cooper.
She took care of herself too, man. But,
She's also a nerd.
Danica what?
Danica. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
She's a mathematician. She teaches math.
Really?
On YouTube.
Mhm.
Yep.
Oh, on YouTube. I'll be like, man, there'll be kids trying to get in that class. Just the dad. Parent-teacher conferences must be crazy.
I'll go to that one.
For my number 3, let me tell you a little story about a Prince of Bel-Air.
Okay.
Awesome.
That would be the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air at my number 3. That show was great. I loved it. It was right in my wheelhouse. It taught us a lot about life, that show, really. There was a lot of real life situations.
Yeah, because every time I look back on my life at my uncle's beach or my uncle's pool house, and my friend Jazz would stop by.
I mean,
DJ Jeff.
who didn't have a friend named Jazz?
That's right. That's exactly right.
It was a good show. You guys know the show.
Yeah, everyone
you
knows
learn
the
the
theme
rap?
song too.
Oh, yeah. Everybody knows that song.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Will Smith, man.
I don't have a whole lot to say about it. It was a good show.
it was a good.
I
show.
loved it.
We catch it sometimes on Nick at Night now.
When Will Smith was going to meet his dad, those tears, man.
Oh, man.
Real
Yeah.
Why
tears.
doesn't my dad want me?
Real
Why doesn't my dad want me?
Uncle Phil.
Uncle Phil. Oh,
He died recently, right?
Yeah.
Phil
Yeah.
did die. Yeah,
Uncle
I
Phil.
like the butler the best.
He
was-
stole the show every
He was
time.
good comic relief.
every time.
Yes.
Did you know that? Did you know that the guy that played Uncle Phil also was the voice of the Shredder in the original Ninja Turtles?
No way.
Wow.
No way.
Oh,
Yes.
he just blew my mind.
Yes.
That is
I just
awesome.
blew everyone's mind.
Wow.
That was awesome. I'm done
Yeah.
for the night. I'm going home.
Yeah, you're done.
Drop the mic.
That episode, where his dad episode,
Yeah.
I'll always remember that.
Yep.
It touched the heart.
I like the episode with Isaac Hayes when they're trying to get married.
Yeah.
Your Shaft impression is awful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. I liked it when he moved into like the side house, you know?
Yeah.
Yep.
He lived his own little party house. That was pretty cool.
Living
All
the
right.
dream, man.
My number 3, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Nice. All right. Number 3 for me. Another recent show had Amy Poehler and I can't think of the guy's name.
Alec Baldwin.
Nope, not Alec
No,
Baldwin.
wait, never mind.
Rob Lowe showed up in it a little later. Aziz Ansari.
What was the cologne?
Oh
Sex
man,
Pant? No, that's off.
Anchorman.
Yeah,
That's Anchorman, yeah.
like Cougar, something Cougar.
It was something Cougar. I can't remember now. Yeah. But Parks and Recreation. I love that show for 2 reasons. One, I too work in government, and that show is spot on. Like nails government bureaucracy. And 2, Ron Swanson. Ron Swanson's my hero. That guy, every time he'd steal the show. Like one of my favorite lines, they're sitting at a restaurant and someone asks if he wants a side salad. And he looks up at the waiter and he's like, salad? Salad is what my food eats. He's just, Chris Offerman. That's his name.
Oh man, did you know that dude is like a woodworker, like
Yeah.
a master craftsman woodworker? He makes
Yeah.
canoes.
Like a legitimate
Here.
master craftsman.
Yeah, with like chisels. Like compared to this guy, they charge a lot,
Like
a lot
Like
for
the
that.
Yankee Workshop guy?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Bob Vila?
He's
No,
like-
Bob Vila.
Yeah, he would pretty much like carve circles around Bob Vila.
Bob Vila was Tim the Toolman Taylor's rival
Yes.
in Home Improvement.
Yes, he was.
By the way, look at I just got this text message from our mutual friend just now. Look at that. Look at that. Just watched the latest X-Files. Scully in the phone store, right? And that's then X-Files episode 3. Please go back and watch that. Man, for all the Scully lovers, there you go. But yeah. So anyway, I just got that. I'm telling you right now. You need to go watch this X-Files. There you go. There you go.
All right.
Sorry, were you done?
Yeah, no, I'm good. Parks and
Rec.
Recreation.
I vouch for Parks and
Great
Rec,
show.
man. That's
Great
funny.
show.
What's the large African American chick's name? She cracks me up, man.
Oh yeah. I know exactly.
Queen
what you're talking
Latifah.
about. No,
How dare you?
Whoa. He just pulled a jelly donut out.
dude, no doubt. You must be a jelly donut man.
Why did I tell that story?
Wow.
Why
Wow.
did I tell that story? So my number 2, and I like the crude humor sometimes, and I'm just a regular Joe, working 2 jobs. Bruce Springsteen, stuff like that. I'm Bruce Springsteen's song. There you go. So anyway,
You were born to run?
something like that. And I work at a factory, just punching the clock. And
Bon Jovi.
dang it.
Yeah, that is.
Can I tell you a funny story? One time, we had an intern for
Way to
an
deflect,
old
deflect.
sports show that we used to do, and it was the nephew of the host. And he just proclaimed in the middle of a song of I think it was like Sunday Night Football, and they played a Bon Jovi like outro or something. And he's like, "Man, I love Bon Jovi, best band ever." And we clowned that kid so much. We're like, "What are you talking about? What are you saying?"
What?
Stupid intern. And you know what that kid did, by the way, at the Democratic National Convention? He got in trouble by the Secret Service. They had to like round him up and bring him back. He almost caused an international incident because he was mouthing off to Secret Service like he didn't have his badge, his credentials, and they were like, "Hey man, what are you doing?" And the intern, I'm paraphrasing. I don't remember exactly what he said because it was almost a decade ago. But he's like, "Don't worry, I can be here." And the Secret Service doesn't like that answer, so he basically got put in timeout by the bosses, and yeah, that's what happened there. So yeah,
Wow.
we could have got our credentials taken away. Everybody in trouble. Joke on the national news. Stupid intern, get your act together. But he said Bon Jovi was the greatest band ever. He should have been fired on the spot.
It's his life,
He was probably just living on
Now or
the
never. Now or never. He's never going to be at the Democratic National Convention again.
Probably ran away from that thing, dead or alive.
That was a good one.
Dead or alive.
Man, I want to go fishing now.
Dun, dun.
Where am I? So, regular Joes, regular people that go to the bar and industry night. And, it's always sunny in Philadelphia. Ever since Danny DeVito joined the cast, Man, I love that show. It's so funny, man. It's Frank and then D, Sweet D, and we have a customer in my other job, and I call her Sweet D because she tips 20% no matter what. So, and she orders big orders. She's Sweet D. I told her money's no good at our place of business because I'll buy you lunch. With as much money as she's given me from her siphoned off from her company, man, it must be good to be an engineering firm over there. So. Anyway, Sweet D. Anyway, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Hijinks ensue. Some of my favorite are when we find out that Charlie's mom's a prostitute, and then
What?
they get herpes. D gets herpes, and just whatever, man. Every single one, man. Flip
That's
cup,
pretty crude.
Philadelphia. That's my favorite. That was good. And Queberto's borrowed all the seasons from me. And the Christmas special makes me laugh, too. So I would say It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Probably a more adult humor. But, yeah, man, I think they're going to be on season 11 next year. So still going strong, man. Still going strong. There you go, Roberto.
Thank you very much. My number 2, it has some crude humor. I'm talking about How I Met Your Mother. I saw it since season 1. What?
Your mom.
Your mom. Well, I started watching it since the beginning. I stopped watching it before a season before the last season, and then I caught up. And so I saw it for the whole, 9 years? So How I Met Your Mother is my number 2. It's funny. It's cool to follow. It has all the stories. It's kind of like a Family Guy, but
Doogie
not as...
Howser's in this.
He is in that one.
Yeah. So, How I Met Your Mother is
Nice.
my number 2.
Suit up.
Yes, sir.
I remember this number 2 for me coming home from school and waiting for this show to be on.
What?
Actually, I think it was on Saturdays too, and that would be Saved by the Bell.
Yeah, buddy. Have you seen Kelly Kapowski's cooking show? Good night. Good night. She still looks hot. I don't care. She looks hotter now.
I know we covered Saved by the Bell in a couple episodes ago, but I loved Saved by the Bell. It was awesome.
I just averted disaster, by the way. I just averted it. Sorry.
Don got a little excited about Kelly Kapowski and almost spilled his whole cup of Diet
Almost
Mountain
spilled
Dew.
the entire thing.
Super Bowl cup, by the way.
Super Bowl 50.
But yes, AC
Cinquenta.
Slater, Zach, the whole crew, Saved by the Bell. I used to make sure I would watch that show. It was appointment watching, and I haven't had a show like that in a
How did
while.
you feel when Zach and Kelly broke up?
It was a sad day.
Man, at the dance they were outside because they weren't Zach wasn't allowed inside, or I don't remember what happened, but
Yeah, although the blind girl made up for it.
what?
I don't remember who that was. Her name was, but the blind girl he dated for a while. She was good.
No, we talked about Saved by the Bell because if we had $1 million, I'd waste it on changing back. But really, the thing I left out there is Zach and Kelly had to be together in the end because that's just how.
Just how it had to be.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Did a lot of people from your maybe not. You guys went to all boys high school. Correcto. Did a lot of people from your high school get married?
Okay.
Stay together? Well, I mean, I don't know.
I mean,
was there a lot of
I'm
guys?
sure-
Was there a lot of
Greg and I
couples
got
from your
married.
high school that stayed together or got together later in life? And what?
A lot of people got married, just not two
Okay,
people
that's
from
what
the
that's
school.
my point.
Right.
Was a bad
Unless we're counting
question.
teachers.
It was a bad question for you guys. I mean, that's legal here. Do whatever you want to do. Just be happy. Caberto, I don't know if you're old enough for that to happen now, but I swear that when people would tell us no, it's never going to happen. People that you date in high school, you're never going to go back with them. But I swear, in my school, many couples stayed together / got married, and more than they would tell us. I would say at least double digits.
I know one guy from our high school that married his high school sweetheart, and they're still together.
Dang.
Yeah.
Do you know any Caberto?
Nope. Everybody went to the high school I went to wanted to erase that past. They went on to different colleges. They moved on.
It's like if you went to Abraham Lincoln High School here in Denver.
I guess so.
All right.
They can't defend themselves. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Craig.
That's all I got.
All right.
Hold on. I love Saved by the Bell.
It's a good show.
I don't know why. Kelly Kapowski, she arguably, AC Slater, what's his freaking name?
Mario Lopez.
He arguably has the greatest career since then. But you put in the
I don't know. Screech had a pretty good time.
Tiffany,
Getting punched in the face.
he made a porn movie, but I didn't see it. But that's what happened.
He did, yeah.
He did do
Oh.
that, and he tried to get a Kickstarter to help his defense bills for court. And I don't know if that worked too well, but I would argue that maybe Tiffany Amber Thiessen might have the upper hand in the end. We'll see how the cooking show works out. And she was on a USA 1 hour drama series.
I don't know that Lisa Turtle did anything, did she?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so.
All right, Lilo.
All right. So number 2 for Lilo. Also in the same vein as Parks and Recreation. Also an NBC show. Also on Thursday nights. Well,
You watch a lot of TV on Thursday night.
Thursday nights used to be a really big deal.
Must-see TV.
It really was. Like we would literally watch from 7 to 10 because it would be like a block of 4 sitcoms and then ER. And ER was like
Yeah,
the
ER
best.
you had to watch.
You did. ER was hands down like my favorite.
Dr. Green.
Show.
Yeah.
Dr. Green, Dr. Pratt when Mekhi Phifer was on there.
Yeah.
Goose.
Goose.
Yeah, Goose,
yep.
man.
Goose is Dr. Green.
Caberto,
was
you're my
Dr.
goose.
Green.
You're my goose, Caberto.
That means you get ejected out of a plane and you hit your head and die.
You're my wingman. You're my wingman. That's what it is. I was just saying wingman.
Call him Maverick.
Right.
I'm Maverick. You're Goose.
Oh, your
I
parents
need to
must have
find
really
out
hated
before
you.
I high five you.
Why?
Because I
They're
don't believe
vouching
you.
for it right now.
Yeah, it's Top Gun, man.
Stop
Top
it.
Gun, man.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, I'll have
And
five.
you know what you call me?
What?
Rufio.
If you want me to call you that,
Rufio.
Oh,
That went on 3 weeks.
Yes.
That went on 3 weeks.
That was
Oh,
awesome.
geez.
That's the best.
no
show.
idea what you guys are talking about.
It's so great.
Still
Go
haven't
back to
seen
the
Hook. Still haven't seen Hook. 3 weeks
I got
later.
pan sword. I'm the pan now.
like Gladiator, medieval Braveheart. I'm not watching that.
Oh man, so great.
What are we talking about?
My number 2 show, 30 Rock.
Yeah,
Love 30 Rock.
that's Alec Baldwin.
That is Alec Baldwin. He stole
man.
that show too. And actually, Tina Fey. Oh God, I love Tina Fey. She's so funny.
She's great.
Any of her one-liners that she had on there, like I want to go to there, or like anything that she did on that show is just hilarious. And Alec Baldwin just really complimented her by being just so stoic and so serious, but being just dry funny. Was awesome. The fact that they made that show it was essentially a spoof on Saturday Night Live, and like how that entire process works behind the scenes and how it was just ridiculous. One of my favorite episodes was Jane Krakowski got some deal to do a biopic on Janis Joplin, but they couldn't call her Janis Joplin, so they eventually like changed the name so much so that it became like Janet Jorp Job. Oh, it was just brilliant. Like the whole writing behind that show is just incredible. So yes, 30 Rock, number 2 show.
Interesting fact about Janis Joplin. Do you know Jimmy Johnson, the national championship Super Bowl winning coach?
Yes.
How about them Cowboys?
They
How about
went to
them,
school together in Texas. They went to grade school together. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, they knew each other. Whatever. So there you go.
My
That's like to be the top of the 2 different fields, to be right there.
yeah, no
It's
doubt.
pretty amazing for one high
Yeah.
school, small
Jane's
town
great.
Texas.
Jane Krakowski is pretty good looking too.
Oh girl.
Tropicana commercials.
There you go. I know that one now.
All right.
Yeah.
So I guess we're on to honorable mentions and number ones.
Yes.
Sorry. Honorable mentions. That would be Married with Children and Modern Family. I watch them. I watch the heck out of those shows. The League makes me laugh. Fantasy football. That one's good. Cheers. I don't get all the jokes because I'm a little too old for that one, but I like some Ted Danson. Not like Tom Selleck, but Ted Danson. By the way, did you see the Dodgers' new alternate caps?
Those are awesome.
Yes, they look exactly. Have you seen the movie Mr. Baseball? Anybody?
Yes, I have. Tom Selleck.
So Tom Selleck. It's about Tom Selleck playing, fish out of water in Japan, which happened a lot in the '80s. My favorite movie, Black Rain, fish out of water in Japan. Mr. Baseball, Tom Selleck, fish out of water in Japan. Coincidentally, the manager of Tom Selleck's baseball team was also the detective. The detective that was had the lead part in Black Rain. Anyway,
You didn't tell them why it matters, the hat.
So this is the point.
Okay.
Tom Selleck's baseball team, which I believe was the Tokyo Dragons or something. They had like a cursive D that was really, it was meant to look like their whole jersey setup was meant to look like the Los Angeles Dodgers. And the Los Angeles Dodgers came out with their new alternate logo for their alternate jersey, and the D looks exactly the same, and it's amazing. And they're going back to the movie kind of reference there, and I'm not turning into a Dodgers fan. I just want to be cool and watch hey man, this is I want to be cool. Like they ask me about it, I'll be like, hey. It's made just like I wear my 15 Broncos jersey, and people say, "Why are you wearing a Tim Tebow jersey?" And I say, "Get it straight. This is All Pro Brandon Marshall jersey, okay? 2015 All Pro Brandon Marshall jersey. Who's an amazing guy? He's an amazing guy. Anyway, he represents for mental health, and he does a lot of good things in the community. And he's on Inside the NFL, and he's really good at that. By the way, if you guys ever watch that show, really good, way better than Phil Simms. By the way, Phil Simms doesn't say anything. Phil Simms, and he's going to be on the Super Bowl. Just watch the Super Bowl or watch the replay. Notice how he doesn't say anything. Anyway, and by the way, I'm pretty sure Phil Simms is going to be fired soon. But that's neither here nor there. So, where was that? So, okay, back to the best theme song in all time sitcoms, and I love this sitcom, but it just can't beat my number 5. I tried, but it's not, and that's Perfect Strangers. With
Balky Baltakamus.
Yeah. And cousin Larry. And man, they're standing tall, man. In Chicago.
He's from Mipos.
Yeah. Don't be ridiculous.
Man, what happened to you, Bronson Pinchot? What happened to you?
He was
on
one role, basically.
I think the last time we saw him was Eddie what's the Eddie Murphy movies? Beverly Hills Cop 3. I think it was the last time we saw him. Gilberto, have you heard of him? Did you buy Bronson Pinchot? Have you buy a gyro off him somewhere in Los Angeles anytime recently?
Maybe. When I was going to school.
Thank you for yes-anding that one. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
A lot of energy in that joke.
I actually ran into Rob Schneider one time.
Oh yeah, are you taller than him?
Yes, I am.
I knew it.
Are you really?
I really did.
Oh my gosh!
I really did. In front of Amoeba Records on Sunset Boulevard.
Did you ask him for some bibinka because he's half Filipino?
No, because he had his.
He's married to a Mexican girl too.
Is he?
He's a Tigres fan.
Yeah.
He was. He had this huge bodyguard with him, so he didn't let anybody get close to him. So, yeah.
All right.
If I was his side, I would carry. Like if I were Brad Williams, I would have a bodyguard. Whatever.
Yeah, Berto,
anyway.
You're number 1.
No, I didn't even say my number 1. I'm still talking about my honorable mention.
What the heck? Wow.
That's like 15 tangents.
Calm down, everybody. Veep, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, and I would say that Veep was a very good show on HBO. It's after Silicon Valley. Silicon Valley is good, but Veep, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, and the reason I say Veep, and by the way, this might be the most successful thing that a Seinfeld character did after Seinfeld, and my number 1. The highest selling syndicated show gross of all time, Seinfeld, and it really is the best. It's timeless, man. The black and white cookie haven't thrown up in I think it's 17 years and whatever. And Jerry gives a speech about race relations and the black and white cookie. You can't, we turn to the cookie to make peace, and then the black and white go to war in his stomach, and he throws everything up while they're waiting for the chocolate babka. George, fishing the chocolate, the bread, the marble rye out of the window of his in-laws' house because somebody stole it, and just everything, man. Kramer being Kramer, playing golf, getting the caddy to make calls in the lawyer office. George killing his fiance, just everything, man. Seinfeld, it's a timeless show. The Chinese restaurant is my favorite when they bet a lady to go eat something else. Bet Julie Louis-Dreyfus to go eat something off somebody's plate. Just everything, man. I love that show. And the getting angry, war, what is it good for? And then she jokes, absolutely, what war and Peace was originally named War, what is it good for? And there you go. I don't know. I love everything Seinfeld. Seinfeld, I own all 9 seasons. And, man, I love Seinfeld. There you go.
I never got into Seinfeld.
Me either.
Sadly, no.
In my culture, we didn't get into Seinfeld.
Where's it? In my culture, we didn't.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
In my house, too. Nothing. Sorry, man.
There's a lot of Seinfeld jokes around the office, and I don't participate.
That is true. I know. That's what I'm saying. You guys all hate don't like Seinfeld, and like, wait a minute. That's all we do is talk about Seinfeld here. But maybe it's just not. You guys don't participate. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm okay with not participating.
I'm okay with it too.
Okay.
You really got to try the almond milk. I don't know why you're hating on the almond milk. The almond milk.
Yeah.
That took a 90
You
degree turn.
won't be as full. You won't be as full. It's like
I like
it's not
being
as
full.
My honorable mentions are It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, The Big Bang Theory, Full House, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and this one was a struggle because it almost made it to my number one, but it was, I had to say it in my honorable mentions because it's the one before my number one.
So it's your number 2?
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, it's the 1.5.
1.5.
The Office. I really like The Office. That's my honorable mention. That's not my number one.
Oh.
My number one is and will ever be The Wonder Years. It was.
It's not a
Whoa.
I don't think it's a comedy.
I think it was.
It was a comedy too.
I think it was a
somewhat-
dramedy.
It was a dramedy. It was
dramedy.
because of the whole junior high thing, and he would get into situations.
Is there a laugh track?
You gotta
No.
seriously. We gotta run. We gotta run your list by people before you do it now. Like this just has to be a rule.
The Office doesn't have a laugh track.
No, I know, but
Exactly.
But it's a comedy.
and
Right.
Right.
Neither does Malcolm in the Middle. Exactly.
Bryan Cranston is the man. Did you know he was in X-Files?
Yes, I do know that. And he was Walter White, right?
Walter White.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, there you go.
Wonder Years. Winnie.
Winnie Cooper.
Winnie Cooper, man.
Oh, girl.
Jack, the father, died. He died. I cried.
Spoilers.
Oh.
Although
Yeah,
I guess if
spoilers.
you haven't watched it yet, you're probably never going to.
That's kind of true.
I think it's on Hulu if you subscribe to that.
I think it's on Netflix too recently.
All right, I've got 2 honorable mentions.
Check.
One is Step by Step.
Step by step.
Good
I like
show.
it. Was a good.
By
It was a
day.
good
show.
song, man. You heard that? You're like, oh, Step by Step song.
What's
Cool.
the lady with the lady?
Suzanne Summers.
Suzanne
Dan
Summers.
Summers.
And Brendan Fraser was the bum in the yard in his RV.
Was he really?
One time this old lady hit on me and she's like, "You look like Brendan Fraser. Has anybody ever told you look like Brendan Fraser?"
I've been told I look like Brendan Fraser.
And then she's like, "Do you want to come in for a drink?" And I'm like, "Gotta go."
No.
Gotta go.
We're good here, lady.
No way.
Nope.
We're good here.
But I was cleaning carpet, and I'm a little scared. Don't clean carpet, by the way. Anyway.
This is true.
There you go.
My other honorable mention is Dinosaurs from back in the 80s.
Oh yeah, man.
That show was awesome.
man.
I think they were like modeled dinosaurs. It wasn't computers. It was like live action puppetry.
I think they were
or whatever
giant
it was.
puppets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dinosaurs. The little baby dinosaur was awesome. He threw his stuff all the time. It was cool.
The Sinclair family.
Yeah, basically.
They got 6 seasons of the Wonder Years on Netflix.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
My number one though, it was appointment watching, and I laughed at it a lot. Family Matters.
Oh, yeah.
I watched Family Matters a lot.
I
With
didn't do
Stefan
it.
Did I do
Urkel.
that? Did
With-
I do that?
with
Yeah.
Steve- Stephen
That's what it
Urkel.
was. That's
Yes.
what it was.
With Steve Urkel and Officer Winslow and the whole family.
Carl from what was his name in Die Hard? He was a cop. He was typecast.
He's a cop. That's what he is in every show.
Yeah, it was typecast for sure.
I loved that show. It was a fun show. Steve
Great
Urkel
show.
cracked me up. I loved his little 3-wheel car they used to drive.
Oh, that thing was awesome.
It was awesome.
It was a front-loading car.
Uh-huh. It was cool. And, Steve Urkel and Family Matters. It was fun watching that show.
Did I do that?
That's right.
I love that show. Yeah.
That show was a good one. Cool, man.
We've said like every TGIF show. Perfect Strangers was a TGIF.
It was a TGIF show.
Yeah.
Like early on, the very start of TGIF.
Yeah, but then
You
they,
could probably
they
actually-
skewed way younger.
I just thought of another honorable mention. I'm going to put it in there. Alf. I like
Oh,
Alf.
yeah. Alf was a good one.
Alpha's like right at the range of me forming a brain and consciousness.
I never saw Alf.
Wow.
Alf was cool. Little alien life form.
Right, from Melmac.
Yep.
8 cats.
He did eat cats. They would have Meow Mix commercials during the breaks.
Oh, that's so awesome. All right.
I don't know if that's true or not, but it would be funny if they
You know what? I wouldn't.
Probably is. Probably is.
I wouldn't doubt that that's true, actually.
All right, Lilo, you're number one.
All right. So a couple honorable mentions. First one is The Middle. I like that show. Patricia Heaton's pretty funny.
I gotta check that out.
It's a funny show.
It's
Although,
a good little show.
If you have kids in a family, I think it's a lot more funnier.
Yeah, absolutely.
You get the jokes.
And Brick is hilarious.
The daughter, She cracks me up the most.
I know she's such
Yes.
a goof. She's so silly. I don't even know why I said
Christina
it like that.
Applegate.
Sorry, guys.
Oh man.
Yeah. And then the other honorable mention is Full House. Full House was a good show. You always knew when like the moral of the episode was going to happen because they cue the music and you're like, oh, here's the lesson.
All right.
I will also say
When the grandpa died in the house, I was like, "Oh man, I can't watch this anymore."
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
I thought for sure that'd be on somebody's top 5. Guess
That's
not.
an honorable mention.
Yeah, it wasn't quite as formative as the other ones. I will.
Is Bob Saget the new Bill Cosby now? Like, except for he went blue in the end. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't.
Not saying that he's gonna get in trouble and have a scandal. I'm just saying like the stereotypical dad that people would turn to now. Like instead of we can't use Bill Cosby. Like, hey man, your home is like the Huxtable household. Is it?
It's probably Homer Simpson.
Yeah, that's
At
probably
least-
more
At
accurate.
least he can't get in a scandal.
That's right.
Right.
Let's put him in there.
Or can he?
Dan Castellaneta, that's his name.
Yeah.
He quit the show for like 6 weeks or whatever.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, but now, don't worry, he's coming back. They're making more Simpsons.
Yeah.
All right, Lilo.
I will say one thing about Full House, though. The reboot Fuller House is really just essentially like every 90s kid's dream.
What? I've never heard of this.
Yeah.
They just started, didn't they?
Netflix.
Yeah.
Netflix has Fuller House.
Are the
but-
Olsen twins on it?
No, the Olsen twins, there was like some minor scandal where they apparently weren't
Right.
asked back.
They killed Heath Ledger.
Really?
Right.
But I'm sorry.
Wow.
Brought the show
conspiracy
down.
Theorist.
Wow.
But yeah,
never mind.
like Candace Cameron's back, the girl that played Stephanie's back, and the girl that played the weird girl.
Kimmy Gibbler. She's hot,
back.
man. She's the hottest
And like
one.
all three of them.
Yeah.
You're like, this is exactly what I've been waiting for my whole life. I knew it.
Yeah,
Is the guy that slings Greek yogurt nowadays on there?
He is John Stamos.
Stamos, man.
And and the reason why Alanis Morissette's popular, Dave Coulier, he's back on there.
Nice.
Yeah, man, that
It's
jagged little
ironic.
pill.
It's ironic.
What about Aunt Becky?
And yep, she's on there.
Oh man,
Also hot. Good lord,
she held up. Yeah.
that show.
I'm gonna have to look for that.
I'm telling you, that show is like every '90s kid's dream show.
I'm gonna look on that show on RC's profile on my brother's profile.
Don't mess up your own
Yeah, I'm
account.
not giving any
Not touching
suggestions.
that one.
What my suggestions going to turn into if I put that on my account?
I've got a guest account for that kind of stuff.
That's exactly what you need those for. All right, my actual number ones. It's a tie for How I Met Your Mother.
All right.
We started watching that show from the beginning. That's one of the TV shows that we own the entire series for, all 9 seasons. We love that show.
I did not expect the end. Not expect it at all.
We were kind of disappointed with the end.
Were you?
Yeah, that's kind of so. The thing with How I Met Your Mother is that it's super postmodern to the point where it kind of almost it borders on making fun of itself, but it never gets that far.
Yeah.
So we really like that show. Neil Patrick Harris, he kind of steals it. Allison Hannigan's just hilarious. The guy that plays Marshall, Jason Segel, that guy's awesome. And then that show is tied on my number one list with Friends. So, in essence, they're the same show. In essence,
Oh,
they're the same show.
David Schwimmer's in the OJ FX series that's
Yeah.
going on right now. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a Kardashian.
No way.
Yeah, he's the Kardashian dad, Rob Kardashian. They actually have scenes with.
That doesn't even make any sense. To
I know,
me.
dude. I know exactly.
I can't
From
make
what
that
we know
connection.
now,
Right.
exactly.
I can't even make that connection.
There was
Friends, huh?
I love Friends, man.
Really?
Friends is such a. It's
what?
like Friends. Okay, so my thing with Friends is like I bought my wife the entire series for Christmas one year, and like every time we watch it, we hear the same jokes and we can quote all of the jokes, but every time we laugh and we laugh hard, and it's just timeless humor, and it's also funny because you can tell what period of time Friends is written in because they're starting to talk about things like the internet and email and I just crashed your
Yeah.
entire computer and stuff like that, and we just laugh at its goofiness. But there are a lot of conspiracy theories or fan theories out there that say that How I Met Your Mother is just an extension or a continuation
I've heard of that, yeah.
of Friends. they're pretty interesting. So if you're any listeners out there that are fans of both of those, you should check out fan theories between Allison Hannigan's character on How I Met Your Mother and how she's connected to Jennifer Aniston in Friends. So, yep, there you go. Friends / How I Met Your Mother.
That's
AKA
another one.
Same show.
That's another one I couldn't get into.
Friends?
Seinfeld and Friends.
Oh, man.
I know people love them, but I don't know. I just couldn't do it.
Friends for me didn't actually come until later in life. So if that makes you feel any better. I never watched it when it came on.
I had a girlfriend who loved Friends, and she forced me to watch it, and I don't know. It's cool. It's whatever. I'm not, I get it. I get it, but,
I never had friends.
Sorry, dude.
That is all.
Al Borland, everybody.
That is right.
Don, how can they send us that list?
I can't get that picture out of my head now. Well, obviously, if you can get it in 140 characters, go to Twitter. You can find us at RankEmUp, at RANKEMUP. Go to the Facebook. Like our show page. You can see what's going on over there. Obviously, on the YouTube. And you know what? Send us your YouTube suggestions. And maybe something, if you want to hear the Perfect Strangers theme song, it's amazing. And if you want to hear the I like Mike Gatorade commercial, which I can't get that song out of my head now, by the way. So other than my Sharona Pepperona, Hormel Pepperoni commercial, that's really good. Find that on the YouTube. We got our whole backlog on there. And then obviously iTunes and Android Stitcher app. And the podcast will come right to you when Craig puts them live.
Now we need some show suggestions. We're running short on ideas. We need some suggestions. Send us those. Send us your rankings, and also if you want to see us on a sitcom, let us know if you want to do that.
I think we could probably pull one off here.
I think we could.
I think we could too. I bet if we just set a camera in here,
we should.
That would be
a lot.
We
happens.
had people talking about making pilots of this, of like a live one camera live action office type thing.
I think it would work.
Yeah,
It would actually. I think.
Well, until next week, for Lilo, for Don, for Kev Berto, I'm Craig. This is Rank 'em Up.